Have you noticed your weekly shop costs more every single time? It's not just inflation. Supermarkets are using tricks that keep you spending without even realising it. Here are the facts.
Talk about shrinkflation. What the actual heck? Same price. Same price. 125 mil less for the same price.
Tesco's, you're on blast. Look at the size of this cookie, man. This is the size of a single one of my retinas.
And then look, there is literally not even like a quarter of it filled with chocolate. So I decided not to buy it because that's pretty expensive. Madness.
This shrinkflation stuff is getting out of control, okay? If there's one thing in this world that I know, it's what a goddamn Big Mac looks like. Are you kidding me?
My God, shrinkflation is getting so ridiculous. Look at this.
Had it up to here with this chocolate bar saga, me, like, look at the size of that. Is that some sort of sick joke? It wouldn't even fill me freaking tooth, man. It wouldn't even fill me tooth.
Biscuit's getting tiny. What is that? Like, that's meant to be a toffee crisp biscuit. I've just been informed it's a biscuit and not a bar. Got a meal from Sainsbury's. Yum. This looks good. Yum. What the hell? What the hell?
Have you seen the size of the Snickers lately? Have you seen the packets of crisps lately? Everything's reducing in size, but prices going higher.
This. That is it. So there, look, that is it. It's absolutely teeny weeny tiny. When did that happen to Twixes?
Look at this shit. They're dead ass. They're trying to get over on us, dude.
Prices are climbing, but the products on the shelves, they're getting smaller. You've got crisp bags full of air. Food, chocolate bars shaved down year after year, and family packs that would barely feed a single person.
Welcome back to Broken Britain. Have you noticed your favourite snacks are shrinking, but your bill keeps growing? Crisp packets half full, chocolate bars thinner than your patience, and toilet rolls that look like they have been on a diet. This isn't your imagination. It's shrinkflation, and it's hitting Britain hard. Companies are quietly cutting sizes while charging the same, or more. The government calls it market adjustment. Most people call it daylight robbery. Everything's getting smaller, except the prices, the profits, and the frustration. And in a country where wages have barely moved in a decade, it's one more insult to people already scraping by. So hit that subscribe button, because today on Brit Rants, we're calling out how Britain's consumers are being tricked, one smaller chocolate bar at a time, and asking, if everything's shrinking except the cost, what's left for the average Brit to hold on to?
This shrinkflation stuff is getting out of control, okay? If there's one thing in this world that I know, it's what a goddamn Big Mac looks like. Are you kidding me? Let's look at the bun to meat ratio. And it's just not a one-off problem. It's on the bottom one too. That is despicable.
This is officially a call to arms. I can't do this anymore.
Had it up to here with this chocolate bar saga, me, like, look at the size of that. Is that some sort of sick joke? They're getting smaller by the year. It's not from a celebrations tin. It's not from a celebration. It's actually from an actual multi-pack. This is a multi-pack. This is meant to be a large size chocolate bar. Is that some sort of sick joke? It wouldn't even fill me freaking tooth, man. It wouldn't even fill me tooth. Watch this, I'm going to prove it here. Look at how small this is, right? That's the size of it, yeah. Fits in my hand like that, look. Haven't that? What is the point of that? I'm going to have to eat about 12 of them. And might be like half the size of a normal bar. And you wonder why I've nearly got... You wonder, like, why people have got diabetes and stuff. This is the reason. Just make a normal sized chocolate bar. Then we'll not have to do this carry on. Absolute joke. That has really annoyed me, by the way. That's really got of us. Gold bar, who doesn't make vitties? Aye, stick to making frickin' biscuits. Digestives. One dunk.
Has Nando's chicken thighs really gotten smaller? Today we're going to find out.
Cool, I just got into Sainsbury's, so let's pick up the chicken. This is the one I normally grab for like £3 with the Nectar card. See, it's only £3. All right, I'm home with the chicken. I'm going to air fry it and see how big it turns out. No bias. I'm just going to grab the first piece of chicken thigh for 25 minutes. The chicken is ready. Now we wrap it up and we're going to sneak it into Nando's. Time to put the chicken in my pocket and bring it in.
4 chicken thighs and 2 sides for £16. God damn.
The chicken thighs came. They're looking nice, but kind of small. All right, time to dump the chicken. Oh, all right. It does look a little bit small, I can't lie. I'll be real, it's not looking good. Nando's ain't beating the allegations. It is boneless, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt still.
So I have a bone to pick. I bought an assorted chocolate bar box for Halloween. The size of these chocolate bars are getting smaller and smaller. Do you see what shape this is? You know, chocolate bars usually come rectangular. Look what the size of this is. Literally. A square. Square. That's what you get for a Snickers chocolate bar? Is a bite. I know they're mini. I understand they're mini. But a bite. A square. I'm sorry. This is insane.
Tesco's, you're on blast. Look at the size of this cookie, man. This is the size of a single one of my retinas. These cookies used to be the size of Jupiter. Cannot be legal. This is shrinkflation in action. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm about to riot. I demand a full refund of the £1.40 I spent on this 5-pack of cookies. Tesco, balls in your court.
Look at this shit. They're dead ass. They're trying to get over on us, dude. This used to be a full box on the bottom, not slanted. This honey bun is about thin as shit. They're increasing the prices and decreasing the amount of food they give us. It's some shit, man. We in some bad times.
I'm sure everyone else knows this, but these supermarkets need to start winding their neck in. This, apparently from Asda's, is a large chicken. Ready? There you go. Just to put it into perspective, I've seen bigger pigeons. That chicken, if it is a chicken, has never seen a light of day in its life. There's no way that is a large... If that's large, then on double XL, down. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a joke. That is an absolute joke.
My God, shrinkflation is getting so ridiculous. Look at this. So I haven't bought a packet of Tim Tams in years, right? Like I think I've just been offered them, whatever. Haven't actually opened a packet myself since the days of, remember the Tim Tam commercials back in like the early 90s, 2000s?
All right.
This one.
I want a packet of Tim Tams that never runs out.
Look. So this is what I've always remembered, like stacked side by side, no gaps in the middle. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 biscuits. Now have a look at this. Hang on. Look how spread out they are. I've had 2. But look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 biscuits missing. Like, what is that space in between? That's ridiculous.
Got my meal from Sainsbury's. Yum. This looks good. Yum. What the hell? What the hell? The mashed potato doesn't even take up. Once again, you know, pay for a luxurious meal, yeah, because, you know, I thought I'd treat myself. It's my payday. And then it doesn't even fill up the... What the... Oh, Britain.
What in the shrinkflation is this? So I've never tried these M&Ms before. They're like the brownie ones. And I thought £1.50, great. And then look, there is literally not even like a quarter of it filled with chocolate. So I decided not to buy it because that's pretty expensive. Madness.
So I sent my housemate out today to pick up a cake for tonight for 4 people. This is what she's come home with.
I've told you it is for 4 people.
Now imagine my horror when I realised she is in fact correct. Someone please agree with me that you would have eaten the whole cake and the candles.
Talk about shrinkflation, herbal essences. What the actual heck? So, this conditioner, before I went on holiday, which I went away 2 weeks ago, I was looking in Tesco's for it, couldn't find any conditioner, that was just loads and loads of shampoo. Come back off holiday today, and I've been to Tesco, and yay, they've got conditioner. New packaging. Lovely, shiny new packaging, which is beautiful. This is 400ml. The new packaging is 275ml. Same price. 125ml less for the same price. I'd rather they actually just kept it as 400ml, because this just means I'm going to have to buy it more frequently and put the price up. Stop doing this. They think, look, they've kept them pretty much the same height, so they think we won't notice. We won't notice because we don't read the back. We don't look at how many millilitres is in it, do we? So, but they've definitely tried to be sneaky there by keeping them pretty much the same height. It's clearly the thickness of it that's I'm actually fuming. Because they've tried to trick us, that's why I'm mad. Why didn't they just put up the price and keep it 400ml? Make this 400ml bottle. I don't understand. It's really annoying.
I'll ask where I get my mini food, so let me show you. I make it.
So, cost of living, right? I bet this woman's got a job now. I bet they're going to hire her to shrink all of their products and then keep it exactly the same price, because it's happening. Have you seen the size of the Snickers lately? Have you seen the packets of crisps lately? Everything's reducing in size, but prices going higher. You watch that cheese, that cathedral city is going to be about that big for £9.
Have you noticed your weekly shop costs more every single time? It's not just inflation. Supermarkets are using tricks that keep you spending without even realising it. Here are the facts. Food prices in the UK have risen by over 25% since 2021. But while we're told it's all about supply chain and global markets, supermarkets are quietly recording mass profits. How? Shrinkflation. You're paying the same price or more for less product. A chocolate bar that was used to weigh 110 grams now weighs 90 grams. Crisp bags have more air than actual crisps. It's designed so you don't notice until your wallet's empty. Then there's the layout. Essentials like bread and milk, always at the back. You walk past dozens of temptations first. And don't forget loyalty cards. They're a promise of discounts, but in reality, loyal pricing locks you into one store where they control what you see and how much you spend. So the real question is, are supermarkets helping us through the cost of living, or are they exploiting it? Tomorrow, I will show you how the same tricks are being used in another part of everyday life that you would never expect. Stay tuned and don't forget to leave a comment.
Breaking news, British shoppers have resorted to topping up bottles to save money on laundry detergent. Now, watch very carefully because this is happening more and more frequently up and down the UK. More and more detergent companies are not filling up their bottles right to the top, so British shoppers have taken matters into their own hands and started pouring more detergent to get more for their money. Authorities are suggesting that this is due to shrinkflation and also due to the cost of living crisis. Washing detergent is rising, more and more supermarkets are raising the prices of washing detergent, and people are now taking matters into their own hand. Now, a lot of people aren't too happy with washing detergent brands and supermarkets because they're saying, why aren't you filling it right to the top? We are not, stupid. We know that you're not filling it right to the top, so we're going to take matters into our own hands and just fill it up right to the top. Now, you can see how much it's actually filled up by, because this man is essentially pouring half a bottle into this other bottle here. But obviously, morally and ethically, this is definitely wrong. Nobody should be doing this, and I would definitely not advise anybody to do this. But I would love to see what you guys think about this. How do you feel about people doing this? Have you done this personally? What do you think about it? Let me know what you think.
Excuse me, but who else loves this pizza? One of my favourites. Since when did it get this small? Like, what is actually happening? This used to be almost double the size. This is just not on Tesco.
I don't think there's a person on the planet that hasn't talked about the shrinking of the celebration stuff. But let's see this in real life. 2011 is the expiry on this box. 2022 is the expiry on this box. 2025 is the expiry on this box. Brother, look at this. It's a tiered cake. This is a celebrations wedding cake at this point in time. Are you taking the piss?
I've just been and bought, right, a 4-pack of Twixes, right? Look at the size, seriously, of these, right? They're not mini Twixes or anything like that. When did this happen? This. That is it. So there, look, that is it. It's absolutely teeny weeny tiny. When did that happen, the Twixes? Like, I'm sure it's not one of these things with me mind, like playing tricks on us or anything like that. That is like, it's the length of me thumb, right? It's the length of me thumb. Seriously though, can you remember when you used to get Twixes and you, because I remember this, because I used to bite the chocolate off the top of them, eat them like that, right? I'm one of them weirdos. I don't just go ham like that. So if there's anyone else out there that does that. However, seriously, that is absolutely, who makes these? Who makes them? They need to sort that out. Is it Nestle? Is it one of those ones? But they need to sort themselves out. That's shocking. Absolutely absurd.
Have you noticed this yet? Because it's happening right under our noses. Every time you walk into a supermarket, prices are climbing, but the products on the shelves, they're getting smaller. You've got crisp bags full of air, food, chocolate bars shaved down year after year, and family packs that would barely feed a single person. This isn't some accident, it's called shrinkflation, and it's one of the sneakiest tricks in the book. You think you're paying for the same as before, you're actually getting less for your money. It's happening across the board, from cereals, cleaning products. It's leaving families out of pocket. Now here's the kicker. While we're watching our weekly shop shrink, supermarkets and suppliers are reporting record profits. So let me ask you, how is that fair? Ordinary people cutting back while the big players cashing in. It's not just about high prices, it's about trust. Because if they can get away with shrinking it, your shopping basket without you noticing, what's next? We deserve honesty at the tills. We deserve fair value for our hard-earned cash. So what's your take on it?
Ever opened a bag of chips lately and wonder where they all went? You're not imagining it. Things are getting smaller and more expensive. It's called shrinkflation. It started with giving you less product inside the same sized package. You didn't notice because the box looked the same, the price looked the same. But now that game is tapped out, so they're shrinking the entire container. You go to the grocery store now, smaller boxes, smaller rolls, narrower containers. Everything looks redesigned, but really, it's just reduced. Why? Because if they raise the price, you might react. But if they shrink the product inside, you might not even notice. Now multiply that across millions of customers, and that is billions back to the corporations, while you get less and pay the same or more. Some say it's just inflation, but it's also psychological. It's about training the people to get less quietly. It's about conditioning people to accept less and just call it normal. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm just saying the new design isn't for your convenience. It's for their margins. So pay attention, trust your gut, because the more you settle for less, the more they will keep giving you exactly that.
Literally less detergent, but it can do more loads? I am not understanding. My head hurts. Help me do the math. Help me math the math. I am so confused. Family of 4, do laundry all the time. In our laundry room, here's the deal. I use all. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Normal laundry detergent. Was running low. Went to Costco. On my list was laundry detergent. Picked up the new jug. Ta-da! Size difference, a little bit. Okay, I was like, cool. It looks a little taller. Maybe it's a little shorter, but like maybe it'll fit better. Cool. I brought it home and then actually started to look at it, and my head hurts and shrinkflation and so help me, okay? Old jug, right? it reads 1.85 gallons, which is 237 fluid ounces. Okay, it says it'll do 158 loads. 158 loads for 1.85 gallons, right? Okay, math, right? New jug, 1.58 gallons, so smaller, right? And it'll do 160 loads. Again, math. Smaller, but more loads. Literally less detergent, but it can do more loads. I am not understanding, okay? This again, 1.85 gallons down to 1.56, and it says it can do 2 more loads. So much less for 2 more loads. 158 loads and 160 loads. Is it bubblier? Like, is there more soap in the bubbliness? Oh, now that I'm talking, maybe I should have like looked at the little chemical stuff on the back, right? But like, that's not I don't know these things. I wouldn't even know how to read this if I could, right? So help me figure this out, right? New jug, less soap, but more loads than the old one? This like hurts my brain and I just don't know. What? Is this normal? Do you know what's going on? If so, can you let me know? Is it just more sudsy so it goes 2 more loads longer for like so much less? So much less. Not just a little bit. 1.85 gallons. 1.5 gallons. And of course, for the same price. For the same price. Price didn't change. Less soap, oh, but more loads, so the price doesn't have to change. Help.
Either I'm going blind or something's happening, but is a biscuit's getting tiny? What is that? Like, that's meant to be a toffee crisp biscuit. I've just been informed it's a biscuit and not a bar. But why is it so small then? Like, every time I keep doing these videos, it's just of a small. They're just getting smaller and smaller. Like, babe, I know the cost of living's bad, but that is taking the piss. Like, every single time. And they've done it to my Watsits as well. My Watsits have shrunk as well. Because that wasn't my normal size bag of Watsits. Now, how come every time they just keep shrinking my stuff? And they was like £2.50 for like 6. It used to be 7, and now it's 6. So I'm getting 1 less. And I feel like I'm getting less in the bar. What's that about? Now I know it's tough times and all that, but this actually takes the biscuit. No pun intended, but like, what you can do with that? Have 1 bite and it's gone. Can I even dunk that in a cup of tea? Is that even dunkable? My poor Watsits as well have shrunk. Yeah. Don't know what else to say to this shit, guys.
So apparently we've been eating airheads wrong and we're supposed to shrink them, but I'll let you watch me struggle and be the judge. Whoever said this can be done in a couple of minutes is a liar.
1 hour later.
We've got to be nearly there, surely. Do we think it's worth it?
Why are British supermarkets reducing their food by so little? This has been a common question that British shoppers have been asking themselves on a daily. Now, as you can see, here's an example. So a reduced pork pies was £1.99, only reduced down to £1.67. That's a odd, 30p, 34p or whatever it is discount. Now, a lot of people are basically saying, what is the point of these supermarkets actually reducing these by so little, because nobody's actually going to buy it. Now, a lot of videos have actually been circulating online from numerous supermarkets of them just throwing these reduced items in the bin. Now, as you can see, it looks like this man has actually squeezed the actual pork pie in frustration. Now, wait until you see it, because in a minute he'll put the thing back and then he squeezes the pork pie. So nobody's going to actually buy that anyway. Now, I want to see what you guys think about this. Number one, that is morally and ethically completely wrong. He should definitely not be squeezing it like that. But, you know, people are basically saying they understand their frustration because supermarkets are reducing it by like 30p. Who's going to buy it? You might as well buy it brand new for the extra 30p. Sorry, not brand new, you know, fresh for the extra 30p. Let me know what you think about this. I want to see what you guys think about this on why supermarkets aren't reducing by much.
Here are more embarrassing signs of shrinkflation. This person's double stuffed Oreo has less cream in it than a regular one. This hair gel is packaged in a way to make it look like you're getting more product than there actually is. This Coke machine says that the bottle is 20 ounces, but it was only 16 ounces. This person flipped over a bag of chips at the grocery store just to prove how much of it was air. This yogurt company decreased the amount of Greek yogurt in their container and advertised it as room for toppings. Sour punch straws aren't even the length of the entire packaging anymore. There are barely any chocolate chips in this chocolate chip vanilla ice cream. This person's Big Mac is not big at all. Scent boosters now come with less beads in them but cost just as much. This baby powder is brand new and unused. Even Dino Nuggets are shrinking. This is a roll of paper towels from 2019 versus 2021. Monster Energy Drink has gone from 16 ounces per can to 12 ounces per can. Someone bought prepackaged lettuce that was only 30% full. This sandwich from Predamonger is packaged to look like one big sandwich. Fries from Burger King are thicker than the actual burger. And this is the same brand of soap bought 1 week apart.
Shrinkflation is a tough discussion point sitting at a table across from a supplier, because obviously what we do is we sit there, negotiate, and what we're hoping for is the best possible price for our customers with the best quality. But when the supplier sits there and gives you a proposal that basically shrinks their item but keeps it the same cost, that is essentially that shrinkflation that we're all fighting. And you can think about this in many of your favorite items. Obviously, you'll see orange juice examples, but you'll notice that even in cleaning supplies, laundry detergents, and things like that, there's a hint of shrinkflation in your bath tissues and your paper towels and many other aspects that we just overlook because we think more about the food portions of shrinkflation, but shrinkflation's all around.
Look at this shrinkflation. So this is an older container I have, 6.79 pounds. This is the exact same thing, right? 104. Same thing. This is a newer box. 6 pounds. And now they put it in 4 bags instead of giving you the container. And look, I put all 4 bags in here. It's like halfway. This thing used to come full.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bottle of Radox, and literally it has about 225 milliliters in it, and this literally cost me £1 in Tesco, right? Now, the thing about this is that this is literally the same cost, the same product, same cost, just different quantities, right? This is what I poured into this bottle, and this is what's showing what's missing, right? So as you can see, we are missing a lot of product, which means that this is inflation, and this is what they call shrinkflation. This is a trick where they don't raise the price, but they reduce the product.
Let's see what the shrinkflation is like at Tesco. Dairy Dunkers for $1.75 looks good until you realize they only have 3 in the pack when they used to have 4. You get a lot of these £1 or 95p sweet bags, and you can see there's just barely anything in there compared to the original bags. This is a cheap pack of 6 McCoys, however each bag is only 25 grams. However, a regular size bag of McCoys is 45 grams, almost double. These refrigerators are ridiculous. You get 5 in this bag, however each little packet is only 22.5 grams. There's barely anything in there. It's mainly air. You get like 5 bites. Remember crispy rolls? You can get a bar of this for 45p with a club card or 55p otherwise. And then you get these Mars bars and these Snickers multi-packs, 4 of them. Each bar is only 39 grams. That's tiny. And then this has become the standard size for a quote-unquote big chocolate bar, 90 grams for $1.50.
Inflation is the rate at which the prices of goods and services increases over time, leading to a decrease in the purchasing power of money. So what does this actually mean in real life? So really, this just means that if you have a fixed amount of money, then over time, gradually, you'll be able to buy less and less things with that money. So for example, say a loaf of bread is £1 and you've got £1,000, then that means you'll obviously be able to afford 1,000 loaves of bread. However, in 10 years, say the value of a loaf of bread is now £2, well, all of a sudden, you can only buy half the number of loaves because you can only buy 500. Now in the UK, the Bank of England's target rate for inflation is around 2%. And so it's really important to be aware of this when you think about managing your own money that you want to invest or save, because if the money that you're tucking away each month or each year isn't earning a rate greater than the rate of inflation, then actually over time the value of that money is going to be decreasing. And that's because, say you have £100 and it's invested in a low rate savings account making 1%, then if inflation's 2%, well, you'll make £1 in interest at the end of the year, but inflation will eat away by £2 to that £100. So at the end of the year, even though you've put your money away and technically it's increased in the actual number, you will actually find that in real terms, you'll actually only have £99 left.
Ah, now, Jesus, come here, right? Is it me? Or are they taking the piss with meals now? Look at this shit, right? This is a main for two. This is for two people. What are we looking at here? 400 grams. This is for two people. It's not even full. It's a little, like a lunchbox. It's not even full. That's for two people. And this is for two. I mean, this is a little bit more generous, I think, but that's because it's mostly rice. But look at that, for two people. No way, man. Am I just a fatty boombati? Or is that a bit of a rip-off? Two people couldn't eat that. Well, they could. That's the problem. Two people could eat two of those. I'll show you on a plate. Now, that meal is fine for one. Fine for one. But for two people.
Do not lie to me. I'm not having it.
It's tasty enough, though. Enjoy your dinner.
Guys, let's for a second just discuss shrinkflation on washing powder. I bought this box back in January, and then I didn't need any more because I was unfortunately a bit poorly, so I wasn't around to obviously be at home to do any washing, so I didn't need anything else. This one is 2.8 kilograms. This one I only bought the other week, but I've only just noticed this evening that the boxes are very much different in size. And this one is only 2.2 kilograms. So how in 4 months has washing powder shrunk by 600 grams? Like, they charge the same damn price for it, but why? Just why? And also, it still claims to be roughly 45 washes. So, how does that work, Asda?
Guys, today I'm going to talk about shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is something that used to be a certain size, got shrinked now, like recently, because of inflation. So, like chocolate bars, for example, yeah, the Twix, Mars bar, Cadbury's, all of them are getting shrunk, innit? So, they're getting shrunk, yeah, but the price goes up. So, the snakes, all the time, snakes, fam, snakes, just, you know, so they shrink the chocolate bars and say it's for health purposes and that, like, so people eat less and that. But if that was the case, yeah, if that was the case, they would lower the pricing as well of the chocolate, fam. If they really cared about that shit, they would lower the price. You know what I'm saying? Or at least stay the same and not go up with, like, general inflation. But these guys don't give a fuck, fam. They just heartless, I'm saying, I think it's just, yeah, it's crazy shit.
I thought all chocolate bars were getting smaller, but then I met Jeschke, British chocolate bars. I buy a Mars, something feels off. I don't even need to check the wrapper. I can see it's half the size. Google it to confirm. Yes, shrunk again. Prices increase and the chocolate shrinks. The sharing size used to be a one-person size. Now a fun-size bar is just chocolate air. They think we don't notice. We notice. Polish chocolate bars. Jeschke is evolving. I remember when I first grabbed one and I was like, they're the size of a brick. They're even bigger in Poland. Check the packaging. No, this is actually the size. It's not a snack anymore. It's a full meal. You don't eat a Jeschke. You commit to it. Accidentally drop one on your grandma? R.I.P. Jeschke's training to be a doorstop, mate.
Miss H&M, come to the front. It's your turn on the hot seat. Now, you guys know some of my favorite coats ever are actually from the premium selection of H&M. Me and the premium selection of H&M go together real bad. It's basically a section of H&M where they usually sell clothes that are made of natural fibers and higher quality materials. I'm talking cashmere, wool, mohair. They have a lot of leather bits in really, really nice cotton. They do Pima cotton, all sorts of great stuff. But what I love about H&M the most, and it's been like my number one favorite go-to every single winter, has been their coats. Amazing felted wool coats. Like, I'm talking really thick felted wool coats. You guys asked me, so many of you guys asked me what coat I was wearing in my last video where I was going to go and get my Shoe Damari boots, and it was actually a wrap wool coat from H&M, 100% wool. But H&M, what has gone on? Now, all of your clothes and all of your beautiful wool felted coats are actually 49% polyester. Even though it's still marketed as a wool coat, it's over 49% polyester. Have a look at this beautiful, beautiful coat. I'll put an insert clip here. You can see from the label there it says pure wool. Gorgeous coat. Look at the color. Look at the pockets. It's fun, it's cute, it's elegant, it's everything you would want a coat to be. This is the felted wool jackets, right? It's 100% wool. You can see this jacket is the exact same style as the other one. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the color, the pockets. The only thing that's different, this is 49% polyester for the exact same price. And now I think that's absolutely really, really, really disappointing, H&M. 52% wool, 48% polyester. That is just over 1 year. 48% polyester from something that was perfect to now charging the consumer the exact same price for something that is basically half plastic. Not acceptable, not good. And you know what? It doesn't just stop there. I have another style of jacket that I absolutely love, and I will show you. You guys have probably seen me wear this jacket all the time. Well, this is one of my favorite coats ever. Make sure to store my wool coats in a dust bag. But yeah, this is my felted wool coat. It's super long, super lovely. Again, 100% wool. I bought this from H&M Premium Selection over 2 years ago. Bearing in mind, I have worn this solidly in the winter and it's still in perfect condition. Absolutely perfect. And it's so weighty and heavy, even holding it up is such an arm workout. So that's 100% wool for one of my favorite jackets of all time. Every time I wear this coat, I just feel like it's just giving me a hug. It's so classy. It's like a bathrobe, but in the best possible way. It looks so put together and just so elegant. I love it. And because it's felted, it keeps you so warm. Now, I love this coat so much. But now if you look on the website, this exact stunning coat is over 48% polyester. H&M, what's happened? What's gone on is that now that you are going to also charge the consumer the exact same price for something that is almost half plastic. I hate when companies get it right and then get it devilishly wrong. This isn't okay. Like, it actually really, really annoyed me because I wanted to do a video about great coat recommendations for you guys. Like my last video where I said stop buying plastic jumpers. I wanted to do another video saying stop buying plastic coats. And all my coats, like you guys can see, I love H&M quality coats. Like, I love the H&M Premium Selection coats because these just last me so much. I know they're pricey, but they are worth it. Like, my cost per wear has gone all the way down. But the fact that H&M have done this has really upset me. Like, you guys all asked me in my last video, where'd you get your coat from? It was H&M Premium Selection, and now it's basically plastic, which is really, really, really disappointing. Really, really, really disappointing, H&M. I have this exact same coat in brown, but this one is also pure wool. You can see there, it's such a gorgeous color. Unfortunately now, the colors that they have are gorgeous on the website, but it's all plastic. So H&M, naughty, naughty. We must talk. I really, really hope that you can reverse this decision and really give the consumer back what they want, because these little changes, like, I don't know what the word for this is. Is it shrinkflation, like where you're just getting less for your money? But it's like even more perverse than that. You're getting over 48% polyester, like over 48% plastic for the exact same price. Like, these coats are pricey, but they were well worth it because they were pure felted wool. Now, I can't say the same. I'm really disappointed, H&M. I really, really think that you are an amazing brand with amazing potential, but please, please, please do not do not fix what's already like not broken. Like, don't fix what isn't broken is what I'm trying to say. And please, please, please come back with your 100% wool coats, because I was your biggest fan. And now I don't know what to tell the people that follow me where to get their coats from. It's really, really, really disheartening. I'm glad I've got the wool coats that I do have. But it's very, very disheartening, H&M, and not good.
Let's be real, this isn't just about smaller crisps or chocolate bars. It's about a system that punishes consumers for daring to buy essentials. According to which, over 2,500 grocery products in the UK have quietly shrunk in size since 2019. But prices? Up by as much as 35%. A sharing bag of Doritos now has 20% less inside. Cadbury's Dairy Milk? Down from 200 grams to 180 grams. Toilet rolls? Fewer sheets, same cost. It's psychological manipulation dressed up as inflation control. They make you think you're getting the same deal, when really you're paying more for less. And the worst part? Most people don't even notice until it's too late. The average UK household now spends £80 more per month on groceries than 2 years ago. Meanwhile, corporate profits in the food sector are up by over 20%. So the question is, are prices rising because of inflation, or because companies know we'll pay whatever they ask? Some say it's business. That's just how markets work. But when everyday people can't afford a normal shop, and even basics like cereal or cheese are getting smaller, that's not business, that's exploitation. Here's what needs to happen. Check mark mandatory size transparency, clear labels showing when products shrink, government oversight, stop letting corporations profit off confusion, consumer awareness, call it out, share it, boycott when necessary. Britain's being gaslit at the checkout. We're told to be grateful prices aren't worse. But what's the point of stability if everything's vanishing before our eyes? Shrinkflation is more than a trick. It's a symptom of a broken economy where profits grow, but people's pay doesn't. And until that changes, the only thing getting smaller is the quality of life in Britain. You've been watching Brit Rants, where we say what everyone's thinking while politicians and corporations pretend it's fine. If you've noticed your favourite foods shrinking too, subscribe. Drop your rant in the comments and share this video, because awareness is the first step to stopping the silent theft happening in every supermarket aisle. This is broken Britain, and even our groceries are disappearing.